So that should be better, hopefully, with my audio, anyways.
Much better, much better, much better. All right.
Wow.
Guess it's much better.
I guess.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
webcam like it's terrible.
Yeah, so that lady figure, huh, scares you, Otto, huh? I wonder what it is. That's I don't know what it is. Is it a wild woman? I don't know, Bigfoot woman? That one that I sent you all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting figure. Hard to say what it is, but it looks like a woman for sure.
Yeah.
Gooden said the woman scares me. Like the device says.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I wish I had an answer though. I wish we would have seen it while we were out there. That would have been great.
Yeah. Must be something with the camera, like, I don't know, just a different spectrum maybe, just from the camera versus our eyes, because it seems like there's a lot that we get discovered on the video that we don't see.
Right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Of all the hunts, which is your all's favorite?
Oh boy.
That's, I think about it.
That's a tough one. That's a tough. I honestly, for me, I think it's the last one that we did.
Yeah, I was
That claim 3. I mean, even of all the West Branch stuff that we did, I mean, we had some crazy deals out at West Branch, and West Branch was awesome. I loved it out there.
Birdhaven.
Well, that
Mines.
just.
I like the caves. Caves was good.
Caves was fun. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know. I just think Claim 3 is my favorite so far. I mean, I can't wait to get back out there. There's something out there.
Speaking of that, he called me today.
Yeah? How's he doing?
He's doing good. Neck's doing good, but he had some pounding on his house.
Okay. Well.
Oh, maybe we stirred up something.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we did.
Yeah. He said his dog was going crazy.
They were like, where are those guys at? Knocking on his door.
Yeah.
When that happened? Last night or?
Late last night. About 4 a.m. I said, we'll be back out there as soon as all the rain stops.
Yeah, we need to get back out there then. If he's getting pounding on the house, we don't.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess with all this rain, when we go back out there, I would imagine we're probably going to go crazy looking at all these prints.
I bet you there's a lot out there.
Oh, yeah.
That one seemed, from the times I've gone with you, seemed the most interesting so far. Just because of all the prints and your thermal image. It just seems like, like Trapper said, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, Pat says they're looking for y'all. Yep.
Yeah.
The swamp, though, I mean, there's some pretty exciting things at the swamp, in the same sense that since I've gone there with you.
We have to get back to the train tracks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
That was pretty wild to see that thing standing out there. Well, I seen it on video. I couldn't see it personally, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet, so.
Oh, you're going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of those footprints were huge. Yes, they were. I'd like to know what they came from.
Don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or at least try.
Kathy.
up, Kathy?
Hey, Kathy. Yeah, I guess it's tough. I mean, so far, one visit, that Claim 3 seems really exciting. But since we've been to the swamp so many times, it seems like it's pretty active. I mean, I don't think there has been a dull time we've gone there.
Right.
With all the things we've seen there.
Yeah. The tracks were, that place is weird.
Yeah,
That big shadow.
Seems different with whatever's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever growled or hissed in my ear, whatever it was, that was pretty freaky.
You know, something almost, it may have been similar to what you had too, with that hissing in your ear. I think it was the third time we were there. I believe it was the third time. And I kept hearing something kind of behind me. It seemed like it was constantly behind me. And I was trying to document that when I was filming. And then I heard, it almost felt like a wind or sounded like a wind gust, but I heard like some kind of movement. And I felt it coming real quick, like behind me. And it almost felt like I felt like pressure and everything on my left side by my ear at the same time. And it made me like jump and turn around because I thought something was there. And that scared me a little bit when that happened.
Right. Hi, Kathy. Let's see. Trap, you can read some of these when I put them up.
Yeah. Something, Steve, from Good Nato. Something toward the swamp backup. Sometimes there's just not enough apples to go around.
It was really weird because we walked in there at the swamp and something tore it up.
Somebody also made a comment about maybe the perfume could have been a reason why. Maybe they tore it up too. Maybe
but that was a while ago. That was like the very first time.
Yeah, that was before me.
True.
Right.
That was before I went out.
But you only gifted the apples the first time too, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And some of those prints going downhill were huge.
Oh yeah. I mean, we even when I was out there, we found some decent sized tracks.
Right.
Right. Didn't we? Yeah, we found that decent sized track right when that rock came at that tree, towards Mike.
Was it just after that, wasn't it? When we started walking back down?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was just after.
Right. Chance to analyze that glowing hair mask substance? Not yet. When we go back, I'm going to grab some and bring it back and put it under the microscope here.
I'm gonna show you guys something. Show off something.
All right.
What's going on, Wilbur?
As soon as I find it.
Yeah, it was Belladonna. That thing was really detailed.
Jody, how are you?
Hello, Jody. Wilbur.
Yeah, if you guys got any questions out there, please feel free to, we're going to maybe have you guys lead this. You guys just ask the questions. We'll try to answer them for you. You can ask anything about Bigfoot, hiking, camping, backpacking. I mean, that comes from the unknown outdoors. You guys got any of those questions, please ask them. Have you guys maybe run the show.
Richard Ford says, my Fish and Game and LBL even posted warnings.
Really?
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
New thermal imager.
Nice.
We will have 2 of them going.
Yeah.
You know what? That's my car. Hold on a second. My car alarm's going off. Nope, never mind. It's not mine. It's my neighbor's, I guess.
No.
Make sure he's messing with my stuff.
Bigfoot bringing you a gift.
Just don't damage it. That's all I got left.
David M.
Yeah.
Get a big helium balloon. buy some fishing string and strap it to a GoPro camera and send it up above the trees and tie it off. I don't think Bigfoot looks up. That's an idea.
It's an idea. I got
You might have to get a lot of helium balloons though to hold a GoPro.
Yeah.
my GoPro's small.
Okay.
Yeah. But Jack, don't you got a drone?
I do got a drone.
Mm.
It's actually broke right now.
Oh.
One of the propellers stopped working. I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah. I took it out, took it for a flight, landed, and then went to go back up. Propeller won't spin.
Okay. All right.
Jesus, Mike, put your toy away.
Trying to get a thermal in my face to show everybody.
He's itching. He's itching.
Oh man. Yeah. Hey, you know, this thing's pretty sweet. So
Maybe we should have just gone out tonight and did a live hunt tonight.
Yeah. Question, guys. Timber rattlers of West Branch? I don't know. I haven't never seen none there. We haven't been there for what, 5 months?
Yeah. At least. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there could be some timber rattlers there. They are somewhat in the area, not a lot, but there's some.
Yeah.
So there could be some there. I'd never seen any while we were there last summer.
No. Most of the time snakes will take off and run, except the ones that Matt steps on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
it was like a worm.
That thing, I think he was a baby. He
Yeah.
was just a baby. He lived, though. I put him off to the side.
Jody asked, can't you ask the spirits if there's any cryptids in the woods? I tried that before. When I was over in the old cemetery, abandoned cemetery.
Lori, hello.
Some people in chat asking me to ask that. So I asked,
Biggie, come join us. I sent you a link.
and I had never really, I really didn't hear any EVPs that gave any answers or any messages. So that's something to maybe keep trying, though. I thought about that.
Yeah.
I also think sometimes the messages I get might be referring to something else that's there, maybe spiritual energy or spirits communicating that there are demons or there are, they very well could see creatures like that. They might think that's what they are. It's a possibility, I always thought.
We had I stuck oh God, what was it? Where were we at? Bird Haven, where I stuck the spirit box underneath the IR camera and it said Bigfoot.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Bird Haven. It sure was.
Yeah, the spirit box said Bigfoot.
Yep.
When I went back and listened to it, I was like, what the?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kentucky Bigfoot. I watched you the other night and it was nuts out there. You got a fun spot. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
A few spots. We have a great few spots.
Right. Wait until you see Tuesday. I'll stick up this what is it, number 4 claim. When you see how big this is.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I did my walkthrough on it.
Nana had a pretty interesting comment about putting out a gifting bowl.
We've done that, and they destroyed them.
Yeah, they have. Nana said, put out a big gifting bowl and salad, mixed strawberries, blueberries, apples. My grandma used to feed the squatch at her property, and they ate it. They also like carrots. Yeah, we used to put a lot of that kind of stuff out.
Yeah,
we did that out at Bird Haven at one time.
There's a good question for you by Stump Jumper. What does your backpacks weigh with all the equipment that you carry?
I keep mine light. I like to try to keep mine light. I think mine only weighs not even 15 pounds, 20 pounds.
Yeah, it depends on how far we're hiking to get to an area. I mean, I had mine up to 60 pounds. when we did that, like what 30 mile?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I
30
mean,
mile in, 30 mile out.
when I'm out backpacking, my pack weight's only 28, 27, about 27, 28 pounds. I won't go over that. And then when we did that 30-mile one, I mean, I had my sleeping bag and stuff like that in there and filter.
Yeah, you had your cooking stuff.
And I had my cooking stuff. So yeah, I was probably around 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Something like
They're
that.
up there. They're about 20 to 40, depends on all the cameras that we take out, battery packs, survival gear.
Tripods, cameras. That's usually what I have in mind. Mine gets kind of heavy.
Yeah. Mike.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
How was dinner?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into what you had.
Yeah. Lamb gyro.
Oh, that Long Island food.
Ooh. Jeez.
Yeah, it's good. Good. Sorry, I had to step away, but I've been.
Yeah, but we did put gifting bowls out, and they got destroyed. Tupperware. I mean, and it was good Tupperware. It wasn't like some janky Tupperware. And they just like took it and smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Ramona.
Hey, Ramona.
Ramona, hello.
Maybe there was a message there.
Yeah, actually, I think I have one of the lids, and I think Tin Man has the other.
Yeah. Some things I keep like that. Like I tried to do something once where like to involve everyone. So I said, everybody give me like, say your first name and the comments here so I did it on the community tab. Leave your first name and then something positive that starts with the first initial of your first name. I had like 88 people do it, and I wrote them all down on this paper, just a regular loose leaf, whatever. Wrote it all down, ripped them into little strips about this big, and stuffed them in a jar. Closed the jar up, and I still have the jar. But long story short, it was opened up, and the stuff was sprinkled out everywhere. Like the paper was everywhere, and there was no ink left on it, and it was with permanent markers. So,
oh wow!
And the paper wasn't destroyed because at first I was like, oh, maybe rain got on it or whatever. First of all, something had to open the lid. Then second of all, it would have got destroyed, the paper, if it got wet. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. The paper wasn't destroyed. Just what was on the ink is gone. It was just wiped off all of them.
Wow.
Some Bigfoot running around with like black mustaches out in the woods somewhere.
He licked the names off.
Black tongues.
See, you're thinking of it in the physical. I'm thinking like they lifted those, they lifted those things like somehow and like, enjoyed the gift and like took from it, but said, take your trash. You know what I mean? Right, so like, that was kind of where I was going with it.
They got all the names of people they're going to stalk. All right. Today's name, we're going to stalk Jack. That's awesome, though.
See, any more questions on there? Have you ever tried jalapenos? Did anybody ever try gifting jalapenos?
We did.
I think we did.
Yeah. Fresh from the garden.
Nice.
Those are the best kind of jalapenos, too. Those are good.
Yeah. Mike, what?
That's that night that we got that scream on the way out. I think, remember, we were laughing and we were like,
oh, yeah.
Probably mad.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that because I even looked at you. I was like, did I just hear what I heard? I mean, because it was a scream.
Yeah, it was like, brah! It was like, oh, they've been into the jalapeno.
Running for the river.
Run to the cars.
They were probably running to the river or the lake to like get water. You see a bunch of orbs because he's like spitting fire.
Yeah, I think we picked up the pace really fast.
Yeah, we did.
We were like, yeah, we better get to the car. It doesn't sound happy.
Yeah, I remember that reminds me of something at West. The first time I ever heard something like a loud slam or a loud break, or I don't know what it was, but I was filming live and I was done. That place, you know how it is there, so dark and so eerie. And I was done packing up my stuff, and throwing everything together, putting all my stuff back where it belongs. And then I hear some extremely loud, like thud. It literally sounded like a tree or something fell, but there was no noise except the thud. And then I went from casually packing up my stuff and I just jammed it in my pack, put it on, and I just like hiked out, double timed it out of there. I was like, oh, I'm like, last thing I need is something running down the hillside at me, because it was pretty close, right by the hillside, across the little ravine there. But
I could see Mike out there like, okay, the tape goes here.
Yep.
Batteries go. What was that? Okay.
Yep, that's what it turned into. I was putting those little cat toys back in their little box, like all of them. And then as soon as I heard that, everything just started going in the pack as quick as I could get
it. What was the longest type you guys have done to get into some place? What was the longest hike? I think the longest was what, the 30? Or what was it? 20? Yeah. Yeah, that was all day. All day. And then after walking all day, we got to our spot, did a night hunt, and then had to hike out.
Yep. It was a long day that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good area. I wish we can get back there, but I think we said this year sometime we'd go back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll try to get back this year. But that was a long hike in.
Yeah, that was, and half our crew couldn't even go. It was just me and you.
Yeah, it was just you and I.
Yeah, that was too long of a hike.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go to the caves, that area, with you guys sometime in the future, whenever I saw that area, and I was really interested in that.
Yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah.
That's really far back there too.
Yeah. You're going in the water this year. You said you're going to swim down underneath that cave to go back into the other one.
Hey,
No.
I'll go back there. I'll do it if it's summertime.
Yeah, that water is cold. We'll just send a LIB back there. Come on.
Yep.
I love water, but I ain't going in no cave water. Not unless not unless it's like, right? I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I probably wouldn't go in it.
No.
I don't think so.
Biggie.
What's up, Biggie?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Not much. How you guys
We got the
doing?
Cryptid team here. Look at this.
Because I'm on my cheap Wi-Fi.
I can barely hear you, Biggie.
Broke
Yeah.
up a little bit.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Tarlo.
Yeah, I said it
You
might
left
boot me. I'm on my cheap Wi-Fi and don't get my internet on until tomorrow.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, we left five of those glow balls out there, Tarla. We left them all out there.
Yeah. 2 glow sticks. So we'll
You
see
guys
what comes.
just like take the stuff out the package and then put it out there? Like, all right,
All right,
go ahead. Like I do stuff like this, like these are gonna be marbles for like a future gift, right? But I put like different like stones, like rocks in there, like special gifts that they've given me, and like different things that have like different rocks that have different like energies and different purposes and stuff. And like I do a different thing every time, but I try to like connect them together and stuff, and like put like, I don't know, intent into the physical gift. Sometimes I just buy it and put it out there, but
Yeah.
it seems like this goes a long way with them.
Right. Depends on what we're taking out.
Yeah. I mean,
Like Trapper took a necklace out, and they actually gifted it back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's
nice.
cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
it was
it
like
went from miles away.
miles. It wasn't
Yeah,
just
he ended up miles
Yeah.
in a different direction. So it
Yeah.
depends on what we take out there. You know, like basically the glow sticks are to lure them in. I don't know if you've seen that video, Mike, of last year we were out, we put glow sticks out, and then we watched some of them running through the woods.
Oh, that's cool.
We had one that fell out of the tree at us, at the top of the tree at us.
Oh, wow. Do you guys have the big laser pointers?
I did. It got ruined in a rainstorm.
All right.
I
Well,
got another one on the way.
you know how they come with the grids, right? Like the little attachments. So like I like to use that sometimes, like, and like put out a big grid pattern. You know what I'm saying? And if you got you got a couple of them, it's good to like put in 2 different directions. If you guys got a whole team, so like it's cool. The possibilities are endless.
Right.
Me, I only got 2 hands, so there's only so much I could do. Like,
Right, but you get a lot of interaction. They love you, man.
They love
yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
No nuts.
We already went through that, Biggie. I like chocolate. Kit Kats, Butterfingers, Snickers.
Those glow balls are hard to break.
Yeah.
Biggie knows. He's the one that's the first time I seen him. Those glow balls, man. Those things are tough to break, man. You really got to slam those things.
There's a guy I know that he was telling me he had somebody custom make these like things for him. They're almost like flashbangs, you know what I mean? But they're not. They're like little grenades almost that he throws out, and they like open up and start strobing and like brightly flashing the forest. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And then I'm like, that's gonna get you so jacked up. Like he's gonna you're gonna piss off. So you're throwing grenade flashbangs in there, like, you know what I mean? Like, God, like, so I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, because in my mind, these are how all the horror stories start. You know what I mean? Somebody poked a bear.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are snakes in those tanks.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, you throw something like that has a big strobe effect, and then you're around it. You know how it is in haunted houses. Like, they'd have like the strobe going. Could you imagine somehow if something did get irritated, then you got the strobe effect of watching it run at you? I mean, that right there sounds terrifying.
It does. It really does.
Especially when you hear something like when we did that baby crying and Trapper's wife screamed out there. It was like they were hauling ass after us.
Yeah.
Usually a baby dog man.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff out there. You know, a lot of times we kind of pinpoint one or the other, right? Like Bigfoot or Dogman. There's so much stuff out there.
Right.
There's so much out there.
I try to keep away from putting a name to these things until we actually physically see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing to do, right? Everybody wants answers, but
right.
And I've also seen you got pictures of that one, Jack, the dog man or whatever, half dog man and Bigfoot.
Right.
I've seen the pictures. You sound that.
Yeah, it's just I just wish that we could catch one and see it visually.
I keep trying to tell people there's a half-looking dog-looking werewolf / Bigfoot, like a dog man and a Bigfoot mixed, which is a hybrid. And then there's actually a dog man, which is a dog man, like a Michigan dog man, which is totally different breed, totally different animal. But people don't listen, There's Bigfoots, There's all different kinds and all different kind of breeds of Bigfoot.
We have such bad names for stuff in the States. Bigfoot, dog man. It's like an elementary school name.
Yeah. I don't know. What would you call them?
Well, doesn't the dog man have like some kind of a technical name? I've heard Josh mention it before.
Well,
I guess
it depends
something.
where you're coming from. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, they've had the Rougarou down south forever, right? You know,
Yeah.
like, and then before that, like the way I look back at it was kind of like all the way back to Egypt. Like I kind of view like maybe Anubis, like the jackal god, was a dog man type thing, like, you know, and they viewed it as a god because he had such extreme energy and you know, powers, whatever, strength, who knows.
Right.
But you know, the werewolf, obviously, you know, is
Red
that the
eyes,
same thing? I don't know.
Woodman. Yeah.
My hot spot, I'm running into Bigfoots, aliens, and dogmen.
Jeez.
Along with it,
Jeez.
I don't really like the name, but I've been running into the Skinwalker too.
Good.
That's
Ugh.
why I got the
Yeah.
from, because, and you got to put the river water on your ear because, you don't want to listen to it. You don't want to hear it. It's got me a few times, zapped me, and it's nothing to mess with. That's for sure.
That's scary.
Yeah,
What's up,
that's
Luke?
scary.
Luke'em Spookum, what's up?
Yep.
People
Sorry, guys, falling behind on the chat.
Yeah, people don't understand, man. When you get into Bigfoot hunting and all this other stuff, you're not just going after Bigfoots.
Oh yeah.
The
Right.
Bigfoot got everything else attached to the Bigfoots.
NZ, thank you.
You guys know what Skinwalker does, right?
What's
I've heard things about it.
Controls the creatures of the night.
Okay.
Okay.
Darla, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Tarla. Thank you.
Yeah, from those photos we get from the still frames of our videos, it seems like there's so many odd-looking different things peeking around trees, and
All sorts of stuff.
hard to say what the heck is even around, like the swamp, that area.
Well, you got elementals, you got stuff people don't talk about, insectoids and reptilians, and you know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's so much going on that like it's just a matter of what you manifest, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I try to have tunnel vision because there's just so many distractions. Like once you cross that veil, it's like game's on.
Right. Yeah, and you never know what you're going to run into. Like
I
I
got
said.
Dude, Jack and Trapper, you guys, I got at my spot or whatever. I noticed that they're wearing animals as hats. Like, you know how we'd wear a coon hat?
Yeah.
They're wearing like foxes and coyotes and raccoons and stuff on their head, like hats.
Yeah, Josh was telling me something about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
crazy.
He said he got a photo of one wearing a raccoon on his head.
I mean, it's, you know, if you look at like Native American history, like they had like, you know, feathers in their caps. They had the big, you know what I mean? Like, so like they had the big, you know, the big feathers like for the headgear and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, it's, I'm sure maybe it's status, you know, so maybe it's, I don't know. It's interesting though.
Wow, that's weird.
Sorry, y'all. I'm going to skip through here real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Goodens, that's it. That is a lot of creatures. Yeah, that's why I'm not understanding if paranormal goes side and side with Bigfoot, or we're just running into it while we're out there. You know, it's ghosts and stuff scare a lot of people. You know, I know they scare me. I had one kind of haunt me, but yeah,
it can.
never
Yeah,
know.
but it depends what that spirit is. You know, that deceased spirit or whatever. It depends what its purpose was and why it's still around. Is it residual? Is it there for a reason? Does it just want to be remembered? Is it trying to be crossed over? Like, there's so many different things that like could be going on. You know, did it die in a bad? You know, did they die unexpectedly? Did they pass in a horrible way? Did they commit suicide and they're stuck in a purgatory? Like, there's so much crap that it could be that,
Right.
you know, you move in like you could be in a house and not see it forever. and then all of a sudden it just starts showing up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's about, being on some of these lands that we get. You don't know what happened on them,
Yeah. Yep.
And, it's not that we want to catch them, or out looking for a certain thing. It's, hey, we got it on video.
Right.
So the way I kind of look at it is like after you start to like get in tune with these, the Sasquatch, and once you understand there's cryptids out there and stuff, you will start to pick up on them. Like I look at it like you're like, when you're going down the highway somewhere you don't really know, and they have all those signs, and it says like attractions at this exit, right? There's like 6 of them, 8 of them maybe. There's hundreds and hundreds of things off that exit, but those are the attractions, right? So like they're the highlighted things, and that's kind of what you become amongst all these sea of people. You become that little attraction. So like they come to see you because like you're highlighted, because you're different from everybody else.
Right.
Sometimes like you're like a beacon standing in the dark and you don't even know it.
Well, Trapper can be the beacon. I'll just stand next to him.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Jack.
I don't know if my analogy was good.
Trapper, you can be the beacon, man.
It definitely feels like there's some interest in us being there, trying to communicate with whatever's there. It always seems like, people always ask like, how or why does it seem to things interact with us when we're always there? But I guess you can imagine whatever's there probably doesn't have people walking around trying to communicate with them or trying to engage with them. And then when you do, you got a lot of things that might want to.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. It sounds simple, but it's your intent and you're manifesting it, and like I don't know. Sometimes people go over the top of what you have to do. It's not
right. To me, that's all I've always kept it. I just kept it as like just trying to engage, communicate, let them know my intent, and just basically like carry on a conversation with them, whoever's there, if they can hear me or not, and see if they do it, see if they do.
Right.
Try not to push too hard in trying to get something. You just see if they'll do it, see if they'll try to talk to you, see if they'll show themselves to you.
That's important. Yeah.
Yes, Lori, we have.
And then sorry, buddy.
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I just want to let know.
Well, like I treat like the area I've been going the longest, I treat that differently. Like not in a disrespectful way, but I have a comfort level there, and I know they do with me. But like when I go to like a new place or something, like say you go to somebody's house that you've never been there before, you don't walk in and like kick off your shoes and put your feet up on the coffee table. You know what I mean? Like you have a certain level of respect, and like you slow play it, and you like kind of see what they're about because it's their home. You know what I mean? And you go with that flow. You know what I'm saying? And then. So that's what I always try to do, and of course, I'm Sicilian, so we come bearing gifts when we go anywhere anyway. So like, it's just
I'll give you my address. What kind of gifts you get?
Well, like I used to bring a bottle of wine, and then when I stopped drinking, I started bringing for a little while I was bringing like sparkling cider. So but that was kind of for me. But that's my favorite.
We have seen lights in the sky in the woods. We actually got it on video. Mm-hmm. Me and you, Trapper. Remember we were out there and that thing glowed up.
It looked like, then up on that high ridge, we saw that it looked like a lantern.
Yeah.
On the ridge line. Because I kept saying, what is that lantern up there?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a lot like what we seen when we were going to the swamp that one time.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
That's a claim out there, though, is the lanterns in the woods.
Yeah, the lantern in the woods.
Yep.
I've heard that's been seen all over Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
I've heard that too.
Mike and Jack like to go into their house and throw balls.
Just outdoor activity. That's all.
Right.
Likes his balls.
What's this?
Have anyone seen
Dogman Confessions?
Dogman Confessions. I love these guys.
Has anyone of you seen a ground pig?
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. That's an inside joke for me. Just ignore it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. I've seen pigs.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a
Ground pig.
Shit.
I was about to say, there's not too many wild pigs in Ohio.
It's a mouse. That's what he called a mouse. They're Canadians, so Sasquatch Confessions was like, oh, look at that little ground pig, eh? Or whatever. And I was dying. So, like, I've been saying ground pig for like a week now. So they're just messing.
I guess we have seen some then. I've seen some.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the 5-toe print, 6-toe print, and 3-toe print? I don't know what makes them.
Not a clue.
Well,
couldn't tell you until we see what makes it.
Everybody goes all buck wild. So
there's
a.
I said I gave my ideal on the 6-toe print. And everybody went buck wild on me.
dare to be different, and you get attacked, right? It's just the way it goes, man.
Bigfoot I found had 6 toes in it. I've never found a 5-toe. I've never found a 3-toe. I've never found a 4-toe. The 4 toes that I found are usually dogman prints. The 6 toes have always been the Bigfoot, and I ain't found a 5-toe. And if you do find a 5-toe that you think is a 5-toe, look at it a little bit harder. The toe is there.
Yeah. There could be one dangling around.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the same thing. He would count them or whatever, and he seen 5 or whatever. And I'm like, just make sure you check that 6 toe because it's going to be tough. It might be right beside it, like beside it. It might be down a little bit, but it's there. You just got to look.
Maybe it's like a little shrimp raptor claw. You know what I mean? A little, the little one on the edge. You know. Imagine the size of their little pinky toe. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, they're just massive.
I've heard of 5 toes. I've heard of 4 toes. I've heard of 3 toes. I heard there was a 3-toe one that I heard that was here in Michigan that supposedly got a few lost a feel, like a couple toes or whatever, and back in the day. So his left foot only had 3 toes, but his right foot had 6 toes. But I think Meldrum has the prints of that one.
Yeah.
That Meldrum.
Yeah, I don't know what makes them out here. I haven't seen them yet to see, to label it.
Cast. He has 5-toe cast. He has 3-toe cast, and he has. But when you get into the 3 toes, though, that's a little different. Though I think that it is a Bigfoot, but I think it's the where it lives because I think the 3-toe ones have the webbings in between them or whatever, and they're made for water. They adapt to the water. Kind of like we all moved down south, we'd all get dark skin. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on your environment where these ones are coming from. So,
right.
Yeah. I mean, the 3 toes could be a different environment. The 3 toes could be swamps. That's what I think the 3-toe one. Because think about it, frogs have three toes. Like if you look at a frog, it usually has like 3 and then webbing in it. So it makes sense if the other ones that they're finding, maybe they're in the swamps.
Yeah, I think they're different everywhere.
I think there's all different kind of species, all different kind of breeds, but I'm thinking it's all in your environment too, So, do I think clans run together? I would say 100 that there's each one of the different species of clans that there's out there. I mean, I think that there's at least one in each clan that runs together. Like each Bigfoot has one of the species with them.
That'd be interesting.
Okay.
That's why I'm getting all these different pictures of the ones that look like alien and the ones that look like, half dog and half human, the ones that look like humans. I know I've seen them out there. They look just like a human face. They got a human haircut. I've seen the other style too that look like the Jack Links Bigfoots. I've seen black Bigfoots out there. Like the black ones are usually the big ones, which is kind of weird because they say the big ones are the Yahoos, which are the red ones. But the ones that I've been seeing that are huge are black. So I've seen white ones, I've seen black ones, I've seen red ones, I've seen a yellowish looking white one. I ran into the grayish look. It's like a gray, white, bluish color. Almost the way to describe it is like a tree. You know how the tree's got the different shades in it? It's kind of like that. But I've seen all different kind of colors, man. It's weird. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. Like, I'm not just like, oh, caught a glimpse and then see it go. No, I've seen them with my own two eyes. Like, physically put eyes on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those prints at the one in the swamp we found, that one kind of boggled me the most. It had that weird like split at the end of the toes. It looked like little hooves at the end of each toe.
That was weird.
That one was.
That's what I'm talking about. That little webbing.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was very like, so far with the prints I've seen, that one seemed the most unusual or different than the rest.
How many toes did it have?
I don't even remember how many. I mean, I think you might be able to see it on the video because we were filming. You might be able to see it and count them, but I don't think we counted them. But you could definitely see how, like, at the end of the toe, it looked kind of like a hoof shape, like there was a split at the end of each one. It's pretty weird.
Right.
And that's coming from the trapper said that, right?
What's that?
That was coming from trapper.
That was the one that Jack and I seen at the swamp.
Yeah, I wasn't on that one, Biggie.
I thought trapper.
Yeah, we were filming then. We both, I think both of us had, we filmed it and showed it. We didn't measure it. I don't know if we even had a tape, but it was, I stepped it out and it was like about 1.5 of my feet, long. It was about
it was big.
Yeah, it was
on
pretty
there.
Big, man. Which was that?
Sweet.
What's that, Biggie?
You guys need to start casting them, man.
Oh, I have no clue how to do that. Now, maybe I'll look into.
I seen Trapper that one too a few nights back or whatever, and you guys found that good print out there.
Oh yeah,
you guys were together on the hunt, and it was actually a pretty nice print. I would have casted it.
Yeah, that one was castable.
Yeah.
I wish you guys would start casting them.
Yeah. We're going to be going
we'd
back
have 1,000 casts.
Whatever, you're not really noticing, like when you cast it, you can actually go back and look at the print because I got a few of them from PA. You guys know that when I was out there. I have in the big 21 incher, there's 2 other sets of prints in that big 21 incher. And the 18 3/4 one that I got from Josh for my birthday has 4 prints in it, 2 baby prints, and then it steps forward. Baby steps forward, and then there's a medium one that steps forward in that print, plus it's the 18 inch. So I've been noticing that these Bigfoots have been following in their mom and dad's footprints. Like the babies will follow in, so that way you see a track. You got to really look at it because there's not. If the baby's with, like the baby will follow the mom. It'll stay inside its mom's tracks, just like like a bear cub follows the mom and all that. They step in the other track of the mom. So if you're looking at these tracks, keep an eye out because you might see the baby in there or a medium. Because I've been noticing babies, medium ones, and then the large ones all in the same print.
Huh.
There was that little one that we seen. Remember that one trap? That one you couldn't identify? It looked like a small print.
Yeah, it was a small one. Yeah.
I got one here sitting on my table right now that's got the Dogman prints, and it has the baby stepping off the Dogman in the print.
Wow.
Trapper, what is the craziest animal you ever caught?
With my company? Oh. I've caught coyotes, bears. Those are probably the worst ones I've caught. I mean, because they can get kind of mean, to say the least.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, those are probably the craziest ones.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, trapping bear is, the game service comes out and brings a trailer and lowers it down, and It's a simple way to catch them. Coyotes, as a nuisance trapper, I'm allowed to use snares in Ohio, so that's a little bit different. Coyotes can get wild in a snare when I come up to them.
Oh yeah. What do you got?
Yeah.
One of those? You got like a board, like you got like a little riot shield kind of thing, like a board.
No,
I don't know what it's called, but do you put like a board between you when you unsnare them, or?
no, I have to neutralize them.
I got you.
Yeah, the state does not allow me not to.
I got you. That's
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be pretty rough to try to manhandle a coyote that's in a snare.
Oh yeah.
I could imagine what you might go through if you tried to do that.
Yeah, it can get. I remember when I was younger, when I was like a teenager. My mom's she's huge into nature, and she goes, she came across a coyote stuck in a snare, and she wanted me to come out and get it out. I was like, Mom, I can't. I mean, there's no way I can. I mean, this is gonna take off my head if I even get near it. It took almost all day to get it out of that trap. I mean, I had to go get like a fishing net and all this other stuff just to keep its head away from me, just to get it out of the foot trap.
You gotta do it, show no fear, right up to it and let it out.
I'm sorry, Biggie, I didn't catch that.
All you gotta do is show no fear and walk up to it and let it out.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't joshing you. An animal can sense fear. If you don't show it no fear, you can walk right up to it and pet it.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do.
I'd probably be a little bit afraid no matter how much I tried not to if I saw something like that. So I don't think there's any chance of me not getting.
I don't think I'm all the way there then, guys, because I would just walk right up to it. Somebody said, "What are you gonna do? Bigfoot's in your face." I'm like, I don't really know, but I think it would be awesome because that's what I'm wanting. But I had something come out of the tree 6 inches from my face. It kind of scared me a little bit. I stepped back, but was I like terrified? No. Kind of like shocked me in a way because I was expecting for it to come out of a tree and manifest itself at me. But I thought it was awesome. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That would be one to remember for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How big was the bear, Trap? The bear, you said. How big were the bears you caught?
That was that was a long time ago. I'm trying to remember how big it was. It wasn't very big. Maybe 120 pounds, 140 pounds, maybe 140-pound bear. It wasn't a very big bear. It was just a little black one, a little black bear.
I mean, they could still throw their weight around them.
Oh yeah.
They're killing machines. Like,
yeah.
Even though most of them are scavengers, you know what I mean, looking for an easy meal. I mean, they're tanks, you know.
Yeah, they are.
Trapper, can you answer Justin there for me real quick? I'm looking for something.
You guys went to Mahoney County yet? I'm from Michigan. I was working at a GM, Lordstown, Ohio, in Mahoney County. Duck Creek Road has a bunch of cryptid activity. Have we been up that way yet? I think we've been in the area, haven't we? No,
we haven't been over there.
No, we haven't been over to Mahoney County. No,
been close, but not over there.
Yeah, not quite that far. We're close though.
That's where I used to live out in Mahoney County when I had my first real paranormal experience out there. That's where I used to live at. It was out that way.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Bigfoots are everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize they hide so well. They're stealthy. They're like they hit the name hiding world seat champions because they can hide pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ramona, I can't find your question.
They're everywhere.
I'm looking too, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't see it either. I don't see it either. I'm like really far back too. So.
Plus, I noticed something too that Trapper can be looking out for when you guys go on hunts, Trapper.
Yeah.
When you're going down the trail,
Here it is.
Stick break, and I'm not talking about like a stick broken over to the side or whatever, pointing. You know, I'm talking about like little. I noticed you like when you walk down the trail, you'll see like the tips of the sticks broke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever side the stick is broken on, look off to that side and see if there's a hiding spot for like a Sasquatch or like a bush or something, you know, or maybe like a tree or a log or something. Because I noticed at the hot spot, and I noticed at a couple other spots I've been going to, they've been breaking the sticks, and then off to that side of the trail is like a hiding spot, a hideout. And then too, when I come to the end of a trail or to a pathway where there's a bigger trail, they have a stick that's usually right there at the end of the trail that's broke, and it's only about maybe 2 foot, maybe a foot and a half, 2 foot high, and it's stuck in the ground to mark the trail.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a straight stick in the ground to mark a trail, a bigger trail, or coming up to a trail. And then I noticed too that when the stick will be broke on the left, there's a hiding spot. When it's broke on the right, there's a hiding spot.
Huh. I'll keep an eye out for that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ramona says, I have a question. Do you feel scared without your medicine protection bags, or do you prefer to wear them?
I prefer to wear them, that's for sure.
I prefer to wear them.
I feel uncomfortable without it.
I would say yes. When I'm in the woods, like when I didn't have mine on, I kind of like, man, I left it at home. I should run back and get it, but I was already live. So I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm going to do it. But the whole time I was out there, I was feeling the fear or whatever, because I know when I don't have it on, I'm not protected, and and that's the only way to describe it, the skinwalker or whatever can get to you. Like for some reason, if you have these bags on you, I feel way protected. And then not only that, I notice when I'm on my hunts, Ramona will be in the chat, and she'll be like, there's 2 off to the right, there's 1 off to the left, and I always listen and look or whatever, and usually, like, I'm going to say not usually, all the time, she's pretty much right.
Right. Yeah, I prefer to wear them. I don't like going out without them.
If I almost forget mine, I always catch myself right away.
And Mike knows the one that he has, right? If it's not the original one he gave you, it won't work.
Well, I think I meant to ask Ramona that. She knows that I've got another one.
Yes,
because mine was missing.
It does not work unless it does not work unless it's prayed for you. So you can't just take your medicine bag and give it to somebody else and it'll work.
Right. That's what I've heard. I remember that feeling of when we came out from the swamp, Jack, when we were walking back to the car, and I realized mine was gone. That was when I realized it. And I had this moment where I was like, I kind of freaked out for a minute. I'm like, it's gone. Like, where did it go?
Right. Yeah, you did freak out.
You might want to call ahead and get yourself another one, because you want one that's for you.
Yeah. So let me ask you why I got you now, Ramona, because I talked about having this other one with me. Is it really going to continue to help me the way my old one did?
Telling you, man, you got to get another one, bro.
Or you think I need to send this to you if you need to kind of pray on it for me specifically again?
Well, here's one. I think this is for all of us. Ricky says, a lot of fakeness. Elaborate for us, Ricky. If you could. That would be awesome.
Fakeness.
Did somebody say fakeness?
Yeah, it looks like it says fakeness. A lot of fakeness.
Yeah, maybe let us know if you're talking about there's a lot of fakeness out there, or
if I was faking anything, I think I would be probably 100,000 subscribers by now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, if you can elaborate, Ricky.
Outdoors Biggie, because why? Oh, it's because we're not faking nothing. Everything that we find and see is what we find and see.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people have been asking me, about the faking, and and it's like to me, it's almost annoying. It's almost like it's like I started this channel because I wanted people to see what I'm doing, and I wanted people to learn more than other people, because a lot of people don't show you everything about a Sasquatch, how to hunt it, how to track it, how to find stuff. They don't teach you the signs to look out for. Like me, I've only been studying them not even a year, and look at all the stuff I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
I've been I've been teaching other people, telling other people, other channels, about what to look for, like I just gave you guys an idea of something to check out too. I've only been doing it for a short time, but it's like I don't have time to fake. I don't have time to be going out there and staging stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for all that. I do it because I love it. I do it for the passion, not staging and faking.
Right.
There's a lot of people who are skeptics, that think people, exaggerate or fake, but I don't think that they probably ever will. So I don't really let that bother me too much. I get messages like that from people, but that's just their opinion. And, if they want to say something like that, I just let it go, like, hey, I just document what I run into, what I experience. And if people don't believe it.
When I first started my channel, somebody called me on the phone and told me to fake it to make it. And that's why I always use it. I don't fake it to make it because I ain't faking nothing.
Right.
Like, I do it for a passion. I do it because I love the species. When I first seen them when I was a kid, I fell in love with them. Instead of me being scared of them when I was a kid, I decided to love them and respect them.
Yeah, I know who told you that too, because I know the man you're talking about. I'll be right back.
Y'all know the man. Everybody knows the man I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I always just try to find what I've seen those footprints, and I go out and try to search for myself, but I want to take everybody on the way,
But my grandmother used to tell me back in the day too, though, when people accuse you of faking and all that other stuff, is because they don't like the truth. They don't like the realness.
That's never bothered me. I mean, you go out and, I'm showing you the video. What you see. You're seeing the exact same thing that I'm seeing. Even more.
There is a lot out there, though. There is a lot out there, and I can't comprehend it. Like, I just can't comprehend it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why you would want to go and do that? Like there's not. It's not like you get rich off this.
Big, monetized and all that. Even though I'm not, But if I was, I'm not charging nobody a mission to watch my video. I'm not charging nobody to watch any of my stuff. All my stuff.
Let me tell you right now, monetize don't mean anything. If you don't get donations from these good people in the chat occasionally, you don't make anything.
Right. You don't make nothing.
Nothing.
Somebody said something.
Pennies.
I'm not about the money. I don't care about making anything. I don't care about making a dime.
Right. I got 20,000 subscribers. I don't make any. No, it's nothing. You put out way more in just gas. Forget about everything else. You put out way more in gas than you'll get back from YouTube. Promise you. So,
Yep.
Every donation counts, because I'm telling you, that monetization thing, I think people have a misunderstanding of what it is, because I did. I thought, I was like, oh, cool, I'll be monetized. Like, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I tell people when they say, hey, should I start a channel in my area? I'm like, it's not what you think it is. If you're doing this, do it for your passion, and take people with you.
If you don't love it, it won't love you back. I promise. So,
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like some people are just greedy and feel like they have to be the best or something, and they end up, just feeding their own greedy intentions to try to deceive people and
sure.
That's the ones that give everybody a bad name when they get caught doing stuff.
Right.
No, there's definitely a grift available in this. Like, people could grift easy. Like, I see it done all the time. I don't like. It looks like a lot of scumbag work to me. Like, that's what it looks like. Like, you're manipulating people, and it's like gotta be horrible karma. It's gotta be exhausting. Like, keeping up with lies is tiring enough. Like, forget about it.
Exactly.
Right.
Forget it. Not worth it.
They're just going to eventually get exposed. Eventually they'll get exposed.
Yeah.
What channel was that where they split up because of the lies?
Was it the Ghost Adventures?
No, it wasn't Ghost Adventures. It was a big Bigfoot group, and they were on TV, and they split because of one group was faking to make it, and the other people didn't know about it. It was like a big show. What's that, Trap?
Maybe Expedition or something?
Yeah, something like Expedition.
Or was it? It wasn't BFRO, was it?
No, it was a big show on TV.
Yeah, it was like, what was that? Bigfoot. I can't remember what it was.
Expedition Bigfoot.
Expedition Bigfoot. Is that what you said, Biggie?
That's one I like.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, one of them split up because of it.
Michael Mangino said Finding Bigfoot.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Finding Bigfoot. Yeah, okay.
That's what I was trying to say. I wasn't sure if they did or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I just figured they ran their course.
Now, Bobo and Cliff Brackman that worked with them and whatever, they were pretty cool people. They're pretty cool guys.
I've spoken to both those guys. Both of them. I've had conversations with them. They're both amazing people in their own way. Yeah. I don't have any eagerness to talk to the other two, but that's me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool to talk to Bobo and talk to Cliff. That would be awesome to talk to them too.
It was. Yeah. I had questions at the time that I wanted to know. Like with Bobo, I wanted to talk to him about bringing the dog out there. Like I was feeling like maybe I shouldn't, and he brings Monkey everywhere. So and he talked to me about it for a little while, and then he went on about his business, and I thought that was great. I didn't take up too much of his time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hello, Barry.
So.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah, I'm going to be truthfully honest with you all. The more channels I watch, I see a lot of faking with them, and I just go, what? And I just have to move on. There's a lot of good ones out there doing a lot of good things, but there is a lot of bad ones out there doing some bad things.
You can learn stuff too, though. You got to use your mind, though, and you got to take out some of the stuff and it's almost like watching like different, shows or whatever. You got to take out the garbage, but use your own knowledge, and then you learn some stuff too, though, by watching them.
Absolutely. I like the good ones, where they're doing good things, and that's where, you try to get your knowledge from. Try to take it from all the good people, and you learn something. Like I always say, there's no right or wrong. Ain't nobody owns one.
No. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when people come at you with that like craziness, like calling you something that you're not, or whatever, like trolling, whatever it is, just ignore it. As soon as you feed into it, it's like a fish on a line. They start flopping around all excited, and they're trying to get your attention. Now they keep commenting. It's like putting chum in the water. They come out of everywhere, and like they get all excited. So like. Yeah, I just don't give it any light ever. No energy, no attention. Nothing.
Yep, I agree with that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like Bobo.
Started out the Great Outdoors. I couldn't track for nothing. I watched your old partner ODU, and then watching Trapper right there. Track. I learned a lot.
Well, thank you, Biggie. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Because I watch your channel too, or whatever, and I watch how you go out and you do your little tracking and all that. And I watch, when you're on the cameraman doing your thing there, and I also watch ODU how he.
What's up, Josh?
Track.
Hey.
And that's how I learned my tracking, and then I started doing it. The more you start following the tracks, the more you start times, all the different things, you'll learn a lot. You'll learn
right.
Learn a lot.
Yeah, that's another reason why I like to. I enjoy spending time with Jack and Trapper and Tin Man and everybody, because I'm picking up a lot, and that's good for even when I go. Like say if I go back out to my research site, there's a lot of things that I've picked up that help me, beyond what I'm kind of been stuck in for what little bit I do. It, helps me learn and expand.
Right.
That's true.
That is true,
Yeah.
though. You know, we're all technically on the same type of subjects, and we're all learning from each other. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
and as we learn, we collaborate and pass our knowledge on to each other to expand our minds and our horizons to what our knowledge level is of the subjects.
Right.
Right.
That's I love watching all your guys' stuff. I love
Oh, yeah.
watching Mike's.
What's up,
Biggie.
Spike?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't on the messenger at all, hardly, and I didn't realize that you sent this link. I was watching Expendables 3, and I just happened to look at my phone. I was like, oh. So I apologize for being fashionably late.
Josh, you know Mike? Long Island Bigfoot?
We had talked briefly one time on the ORD3.
Okay, gotcha.
Very briefly.
Yeah,
Hello,
probably
Mike.
popped in.
Hello,
and
Mike.
popped out.
Hello, Chopper. Hello, cameraman. Hello, brother Sunga.
How you doing, Josh?
Hello.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Can't
But,
find my hat.
yeah.
I'll wear this one.
You're a little late to the show, Josh, but it's all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just realized.
Sorry,
You're right,
don't
But yeah, I was gonna wrap this up since it's a Sunday and it is 10:10 p.m. here.
Yep.
Wait, you guys are in Ohio?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're in Ohio.
Well, not
Like-
all of us.
like
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Well, it trips me out. It trips me out that that's the same time zone. Like I feel like it's not.
We're on our own
I don't know
island.
what- yeah, like I don't know why I think like I don't know why I'm thinking like Ohio is like the Midwest or some shit. I don't know. Like
Yeah, we're only a couple hours away from you.
yeah, we got to make this
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah, we will. We will
Oh,
make
yeah,
it.
definitely.
You remember when I took my hat? I got my hat back.
Got
But
your hat back?
now on my trail camera,
on that.
I got a picture of a juvenile wearing a dead animal on its head as a hat.
Nice.
Huh.
We talked about
I'd
that
wear a
earlier.
raccoon hat tonight. It's so cold in Ohio.
I have pictures of the same thing or whatever, wearing animals on.
But all right, guys.
Biggie, I sent you that pic.
I appreciate y'all.
Well,
Oh,
sorry for
hold
being late.
Hold on. Ricky finally replied. You have never got Bigfoot on video, so
I got so many videos of Bigfoot on video, and I got so many pictures. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I've got night vision footage of both cynocephaly, which is Dogman, and of Sasquatch. I have trail cam, all that.
I wouldn't even argue
How
with
long
it.
he follows the camera?
There's nothing to argue about. We have the footage.
You know, I'm pretty sure we all got pictures.
I guarantee you that's not his real name or his picture.
Yeah, that don't matter. I'm just saying we have photos, video, and cast. And I got hair too.
I mean, you can't get better.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, Mike. I know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, we post all of our evidence. Everybody knows where to go. You go to the cameraman Facebook page,
We have hair.
chat
that
room.
we-
All the evidence is there.
Here.
What's that?
We have hair. You know, hair, Bigfoot hair. You hold it up to the light, it turns white. It disappears. It turns clear.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
not going to
split
amuse
that hair
this
with
guy.
him.
If you're talking to us, cool, but you ain't going to amuse that guy. He's just, that person is here for that. You know what I
Day
mean?
one
Right.
in mirror image.
Trolls. I love trolls.
All right, y'all.
There's Mama Bear Claw. Oh, Tanzi.
All right, guys, I'm
All right. Thanks for being on
You know,
tonight, guys. Great talking.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Love y'all.
And Mike, if you want to get to know me, hit me up on Messenger or something, man. I'll collaborate with you. I'll show you some pics and stuff that I got.
You know, we didn't have
DJ.
the hair. all the fans following us. So
I think his camera froze.
Brent. Hello, Leo. All right, y'all.
All right.
Y'all have a blessed Sunday.
You too.
Love, peace, and
Blessed
squatch grease.
All right,
yes.
guys.
Have a great Monday.
Yes, have a squatch-tastic week.
Another video coming out Tuesday.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, y'all.
All right, chat. Thanks, chat. Everybody in chat. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you
guys.
for everybody being here.
Take care, everybody.
Good night, guys.
All
Good
right,
night.
Good night.
Nighty-nighty.
night.